You're listening to Potty Mouth Radio, the home of movies, music, television, and comedy.
And now, the hunt for the perfect album.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the hunt for the perfect album with Billy and Dave. How you doing, mate?
I'm good. I'm hoping I'm not going to upset you too much.
No, I know you're good because you've been listening to one of the feel-good albums of all time, because this week I gave you Vampire Weekend's 2008 debut album, self-titled Vampire Weekend. It's an absolute indie pop banger. It's fun. It's vibrant.
Spooky month themed album.
It's probably the poppiest album I've given you, I reckon. So I'm curious to hear what you think of it. Let's hop straight in.
It's good. I like it.
I know you
like
would.
it a lot.
Nothing
I like it a
not
lot.
to like about it.
I'm very surprised I'd never heard these guys before.
I can't believe you never
given
heard
the
them.
era that they kind of came about, and you never told me that the kind of one of the main founders is the brother of Zalbak Manglish, who is the creative partner of Britt Marling, who I am desperately in love with.
I didn't know.
Unbelievable. and he I think co-produced and did the score for Sound of My Voice, which is one of the early films that Britt and Zal did. And he has he contributed tracks to the soundtracks of The East and some of their others.
Right.
Blew me away. I'm now obsessed with that fucking family. You've got one of my favorite directors. You've got this guy from this band that I've discovered it now and really like.
Honestly,
their mum is a published cookbook
right.
writer
and does
all these. I've been down a YouTube rabbit hole. I've watched videos of Rostrum Manglish and his mother doing Persian cooking.
Right. Well, what I will say is,
I really like this album.
If you like this album, go. I'm not going to give it to you because I really struggled. I almost think of this and their next album, Contra, as being like a 1 and 2 parter. They're very kind of spiritually similar. I really thought about giving you that one, but I thought I'd give you the debut. But go ahead and check out Contra. It's also brilliant.
I'm 100% going. One thing I do want to ask you, because I did read that Rostrum left the band in 2016 to go and do solo shit and other bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Do the albums change noticeably? Because the initial, he produced this album as well as being one of the main.
Like I said, the first two albums
weird.
I think of as being almost like a 1 and 2 parter. They're very stylistically quite similar, and after that point, they really do kind of digress. They just released their new album, Only God Was Above Us.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's also brilliant. Father of the Bride is a great album. Like every album they've put out is absolutely great. So I don't think you'll notice any huge difference, to be honest.
That's weird. Yeah, because I did see, like most tracks are just credited to the band, but one of my favorite tracks on this is just credited. He is the writer.
Yeah.
Just him. And he's the producer of this album and the next one, and I think the one after.
Yeah.
So I figure he must have a fair stamp over what they do. And then I was interested whether things changed noticeably when.
I wouldn't say so. Yeah.
But no, massive fan. This is one of my favorite things you've given me. And instrumentally, this is a fascinating album. I don't know if all the albums are like that. I would assume so.
They are.
But there's so many. Every track's instrumentation is interesting, but there's so many weird things happening.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
The hot garbage and concrete, now the tops of buildings, I can see them too. I see a man salute through the trees.
Yeah, it's glorious, isn't it?
Yeah, like I don't know what kind of Moog style keyboard they're using, but I love that it's got this real kind of 90s sound to it that makes the keyboard so prominent.
So many keys at a time when guitar rock was really like prominent. These guys brought Keys right back into indie rock, and there were so many bands after this that really tried to emulate this sound. I love it.
There's a number of 4 or 5 songs on this. I was like, oh, this really sounds like, and couldn't quite put my finger on it. But it's all bands from that era.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I loved that first track, Mansard Roof. Second track, Oxford Comma. Oh, I'm so torn on this. On the one hand, it might be my favorite track on the album.
Okay. Yeah.
On the other hand, it opens with the line, "Who gives a fuck about the Oxford Comma?" And I've got to tell you, I give a fuck, Billy. As a grammar pedant, I give a fuck about the Oxford Comma.
I'm the same. I always use an Oxford comma.
Fucking great song.
Who gives a fuck about an Oxford comma? I seen those English dramas too. They're cruel. So if there's any other way to spell the word, it's fine with me. With me. Why would you speak to me that way? Especially when I always said that I haven't got the words for you.
Yeah, love that track. Not my favorite on the album, but I'm glad that it's possibly yours.
It's either my favorite or my second favorite.
Okay.
And weirdly, like so many interesting things about this band. The video for that's directed by Richard Ayoade.
Yeah, okay.
As was another. I think it might be track 4, also directed by Richard Ayoade.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Just so many interesting things. Love that song. The next one, A-Punk, super fucking catchy. Oh god, such an earworm. I just fucking love it. This is such a good album.
I love his voice too.
I'm struggling for things to say other than I really fucking love this.
Yeah.
The track 4, Cape Cod Kwasa, whatever the fuck it is. Not the only time, but the first time where I went, oh my god, that is one of the best fucking riffs I've ever heard in my life.
This is up there. This is probably my second favorite track on the album.
As a young girl, Louis Vuitton, with your mother on a sandy lawn. As a sophomore,
this album just transports me to a time and place. Like, this is one of those albums that just makes me feel like I'm 20 years old again. Like, it's
beautiful. Where are we up to now? M79. This threw me because from memory, this is the one that's got a pretty lengthy instrumental intro.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh wow, they've got an instrumental track. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's not, but it's still great.
Yeah. Love those strings. You know, you spoke about the instrumentation early on, about how it's wild to me how varied this album is instrumentationally when everything kind of sits in the same sonic realm.
And then we got to track 6, which is the other one that's arguably my favorite. It's between Oxford Comma and Campus.
This was one that I thought you might have heard of. From memory, I don't know if this was a single, but I feel like this might have featured in some TV shows or films. It's
okay.
Yeah, a big fan of this track.
I wake up, my shoulders cold. I've got to leave here before I go. I pull my shirt on, walk out the door, drag my feet along the floor. I pull my shirt on, walk out the door, drag my feet along the floor. Then I see you, you're walking across the campus, cool professor studying romances. How am I supposed to pretend?
I love that track as well. Still not my favorite. We still haven't reached it yet.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's wild to me. Okay, weird. All right. Then we get to Bryn, which I really like. Another one with just really good guitar, and then you get some. We've got beautiful strings and stuff coming in now. I love this track.
Yeah.
Ion displacement won't work in the basement, especially when I'm not with you. Here in the heartland of feeling so startling, I don't know what I should do. Oh, Bryn, you see through the dark.
Yeah, man, great track. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that your favorite is going to be track 10.
Yes, you are correct. Walcott is my favorite. This is one of the greatest songs ever fucking written.
Walcott, don't you know that it's insane? Don't you wanna get out of Cape Cod tonight? Walcott, Mystic Seaport is that way. Don't you know that your life could be lost out of Cape Cod tonight?
Probably the most simplistic of all of the tracks on the album. Like, it's one of the only ones I can think of that during those verse vocals, the bass line doesn't ride. It's just, single notes. It's
But the strings, Billy, the strings.
Oh yes. Yes. I absolutely love Walcott. I think it is literally one of the best songs of all time. It is just brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. We skip. Trying to think. I don't have too much to say about Nine Head. Blake's Got a New Face I didn't like the first few times.
Okay.
But it grew on me and I do like it now.
You know, I think I actually had the same journey as you with that. Again, it's been, how long? 15 years since this album came out. And it's hard to remember, but I think that I was the same. I don't think I liked it at first. And then after a few times, I just find it so catchy.
Yeah, exactly. That's 100%. Exactly.
Occident, out on the weekend. That's the way that we relax. English breakfast tastes like Darjeeling, but she's too cute to even ask. Blake's got a new face.
So how are you scoring this album then, all in all?
Oh, look, I kind of think I'm a 9 out of 10.
Oh, nice.
Like there's maybe 2 tracks that I find less than amazing, but they're still good.
Oh man,
and all the high points are so high. Like this, I had this on at work, and I had it on loop for about 6 hours or something.
Yeah.
And I even had like people in my team older than me.
Yeah.
Coming up to me going, "Oh, this is really good. What band is it? What song's that? What's that? Oh, Oxford Comma." Okay.
I'm telling you right now, go as soon as we finish recording, go throw on Contra, their second album. You will love it as much, if not more.
Wow. Alrighty.
They're one of the only bands that I've got not the, I mean, also the Beths, Charlie Bliss are all there, but they're one of the only bands that I've got their entire discography on vinyl.
Yep.
I love them. I have ever since this album came out. I'm so
I'll
glad
certainly
that you
be
enjoyed it.
buying this one.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
All right. Nice. All right. Well, what are you giving me next week, mate?
You'd think I would know. It's another week where this should be in True Classics, but you're lacking. We are taking a journey back to the 80s, and we are going to Aha's album Hunting High and Low.
I know that you are a huge fan of Aha. See, most of the world, I've had this discussion with you. Yeah, most of the world see them as one-hit wonders, and I know that you find that very offensive.
Fuck off.
No, I'm looking forward to listening to that.
Even for people who don't know the album, they did a Bond theme. At the very least, they're 2-hit wonders.
I'm really looking forward to checking that out, because a little while ago you had when we did male vocalists, you had the acoustic version of. So I'm excited for that. All right. Well, thank you for joining us here at the Hunt for the Perfect Album. If you want to get in touch with us, you can do that at pottymouthradio.com and join the Facebook listener community. And I'm going to play us out with The Kids Don't Stand a Chance.
Do that.